Well, the next individual, how do you introduce Brent? I mean, he's the most amazing individual. I've known him for a long time, since he was 19 years old, and you kind of heard some of his stories and so forth. And I knew Kathy before Brent knew Kathy. And that's how far back we go. And I've known, it's just, he's the most caring, generous, and loving person I know. And obviously he's very successful, but it's way beyond that. He doesn't have to do this. He's inspired, and I believe this is his calling. And, so we're so excited to be reunited with Brent and Kathy and working on this together for our future. He has a heart of a champion, absolutely a heart of a champion. He's going to share with us, so please help me welcome him. Brent, thank you. Thank you.
You're awesome. Thank you. All right. Man, it is good to be here. So here's the good news. Tomorrow, blue sky and 80 degrees. You guys ready for that? So today is just to make you appreciate tomorrow. But I want to say this. Levi, I did not know you were here, dude. That's right. Good to see you. Give me a hug, man. You'd speak tomorrow, right? Oh, man. Woo. Yeah, write this down. First thing I want you to write down. You got to take notes. You cannot stare at me, Gary. Nope. Everybody, grab a phone, grab your notepad. I want you to write this down, because if you're going to sit here and just cross your arms, your eyes, your legs and go motivate me, I'm not here to do that. I'm here to shake you to your core and talk to you about your future. How do you think your future is going to be amazing if you just kind of keep doing what you're doing, You ever meet people, how you doing? Okay. How you doing? Fair to middling. How you doing? I'm above ground. I'm breathing. Like, don't you want anything more for your life? What did Winston Churchill want, right? What did George Washington want? What did Martin Luther King, man? That dude had a dream. Henry Ford, Tucker, he made a car. He didn't make it. But let me tell you this. Anyone who has made it in life, who said it was their failures that made them successful. It's their failures that make you successful. Don't die with your music in you. I tell my kids, I have 8 now, 5 that Kathy and I had, and we did raise them without a TV, so there's nothing to do every night. Yeah, we had a lot of kids. But we ended up adopting 3 more, so now I have 8 beautiful kids. They're all 18 to 30. You know what I tell all of them? I go, get out there and fail with gusto. Get out there and try stuff and just, because is that how you gain experience? And so you are not going to just kind of like poke it with the stick. Write this down. Ready? Get radical. Like get extreme. Well, now everything in moderation. To hell with that. How has that served your life? How has that served you? You know, right? I mean, get a little radical. No, don't do that. You know what aging is? It's the aggressive pursuit of comfort. It's the aggressive pursuit. Get your ass off the couch. Get out there. Go for a walk, a jog, a run. You want a snack? Snack on exercise. Write that one down. I heard it yesterday. Write it down. Every time you want to grab something, just start jumping around and go, nope, I'm snacking on exercise. And so, man, you better get excited about your life, because nobody else is going to get excited about it. I'm excited about my life. You know what I want? I want to make a difference in your life. It turns me on. Aren't you going to calm down? You got all these millions of dollars now? No, I'm actually getting more radical. I'm getting completely freaking nuts because I want to make a difference. Mother Teresa, did she have a dream? Oh, yeah. A dream of serving and loving. She's knighted by the Queen of England. Knighted, man. Ray Kroc built McDonald's. And he was failing, the Colonel, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Walt Disney talked to 114 banks. He said, we will not give you money to build a theme park for a mouse. Right? Well, that's a good idea. Let's tell that to the board while we give him $10 million. 115th bank bought into his dream. Man, do you have a dream? Did Abraham Lincoln have a dream? He lost every political office he ever ran for, got divorced twice, went bankrupt twice, went foreclosure once. I mean, he literally never succeeded at anything until he was voted the president of the United States of America. Let me write this down. Failure is a prerequisite to success. And you're like, well, I beg my kids, go just bomb. Do it. get out there and face plant. Man, that's how you make it. That's how you make something. Stuff. It's massive action. You do this, you do that, and then you get wisdom. You're like, oh man, when I do that, it does not go well. But when I just let it rip and I come from authenticity, when I speak the truth, people respond. Write this one down. Passion is infectious. So who are you infecting? Are you just kind of showing up? Are you singing your song? I can promise you, I'm singing my song right here, right now. And I'm going to tell you, Rich Henriksen, one of my best buddies in the whole world, Gary and Steve, Clark, Don, many other leaders in this room, you guys a great leadership team. And you come together and you do something great. Now is the time. So it gets down to this. It gets down to a corny word. Have we got a pen? Do I have a pen here? On the side, around the... Ooh, well, that's kind of cool. Okay? It gets down to this. You got to have a reason to get out of bed. You got to have dreams, goals, things that push you forward. It sounds corny. Vision. Right? We, the people of the United States of America, do declare our independence from freaking England to form a better nation, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We come together. So who are you coming together with? You just doing your own thing? Just enough for me and mine and no more? Or whose life are you touching? Well, I'm not like that, Brent. Write this one down. Write it down. These are zingers. And read them and read them and read them and share them. The enemy is the inner me. It's you saying, well, I'm not like Clark Broom. I'm not like Steve Hillier. I'm not like Chosen Chang. This ability to be an engineer, to have a spreadsheet up here, an Excel spreadsheet in the mind. I have a yellow notepad up here and a cup of coffee. That's about it, okay? But that, and then this social skills. I mean, I can't be Chosen Chang. Beautiful. Be you. Yeah, but nobody would really want me. Listen to me. I want you. I think you're freaking amazing. I love you. I think you're amazing. Here's the problem. You don't want you. You're thinking, yeah, but you don't know me. Not me. I'm just Pitt Miller. Man, you're freaking Pitt Miller. Here's what you are. You're capable of love. Write that down. You want to succeed? Start loving people. You could do the P&L. You could put profit before principles. How about this one? Principles before profit. Passion. Let me ask you a question. Are you building the love boat? Are you? Well, I did that once before. I'm just tired. Man, wake the heck back up. Yeah, but my pilot light went out. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I can't get that pilot light. I can't get the pilot light relit. Remember the Enterprise? I'm giving her all she's got, Captain, right? And some of you are like, the pilot light isn't even on. You're like, I don't know how to get it relit. Listen, this you got to get. That's what I first told you to take notes. I get distracted. The secret to success, the secret, is getting in the right rooms. You write that down. You got in the right room. Somehow someone invited you here. You go, you know what? I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. And so here's the deal. Some of you, you're doing great. You're on fire. You're doing this. Some of you are like, I'm dying with my music in me. I'm dying a slow death. I know it. That's the beginning of success when you realize where you are. But here's the deal. We are up here with the freaking blowtorch. We got it right here. And we're going to walk up to your pilot light, and we're just going to go, and we're going to light your pilot light. And then it's up for you to turn that thing up and not be a thermometer. No more thermometer living. No more. We got to get a t-shirt. You want to be a thermostat. Most people who fail, and that's 80% of the people out there, you got to become a 20%er. They live their life this way. I'm excited, I'm depressed. I'm excited, I'm depressed. I'm excited. I have a boyfriend. He broke up with me. I'm depressed. I got a bunch of escrows. I got nothing in escrow, right? I'm on. They said, yeah. They changed your mind. And you got to set that thing, man. You got to quit going up and down. It's the height of immaturity. Going up, I'm having a good day. Oh, God, don't talk to Brent. What? He's having a bad day. Sounds like a spoiled, rotten little brat to me. You having a bad day? Is everyone around you going to know you're having a bad day? When you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. Man, I wake up like this. No, you don't. Oh, hell yes, I do. It is a decision. No, I do get a cup of coffee. and I start exercising. And I took a cold shower this morning. Learn about that. And it'll burn 1,200 calories off your body 3 minutes in a cold shower. It is like the rage. I'm building a cold plunge. At my house, it's 52 degrees. It's like Lake Tahoe. You jump in. It's the healthiest thing you can do for your heart. But anyways, I'm off topic. But here's the deal. Get radical. So here's the deal. This is something you got to deal with. This is called fear. And this is called dreams. Without hope, dreams, people perish. Some of you are perishing. You don't believe you could do it anymore. And I'm absolutely telling you away. I'm telling you right now, you are 10 days from radically altering your life forever. You could relight the pilot light and actually crank it up where it's going, you know, when you get a pilot light, Rick, and you get it, it runs, but when you turn up, it starts making that sound, right? And you just cranking it up. No, you don't understand. I failed too many times. Let me tell you what. I hope you're frustrated. Write this one down. Frustration as a precursor to change. When you get frustrated enough, what do? Clean your car. Right? We have enough Starbucks wrappers and enough junk on the floor. You're like, it's filthy. I can't stand it anymore. I'm frustrated. You go to Quick Quack Car Wash, or you do it yourself, or you go to some car wash at Bob's Car Wash, and when it gets done, how do you feel? Horrible or freaking amazing? No, seriously, how do you feel? You feel amazing. When you do something, it creates endorphins that says, I'm a beast. And you're like, well, there's some ladies here. We don't want to be. Yes, you do. So write this down. You need to go caveman. For the ladies, you need to go cave woman. If you don't go cave woman, if you don't go out there and kill something and drag it home and feed your family, let me tell you, nobody else is going to do it for you. Is someone feeding your family? Someone paying your bills? Oh, heck no. Write this down there. 3 rules. Write it down. Number 1, life is not fair. It sucks that Chosen Chang, I was with him, and he busted his butt with that 3D roofing thing, and it was his dream. I said, Brent, I want to do EXP. It makes sense. But you know what? I feel we're on the precipice of doing something amazing. And he's showing Melly. And good for you. I respect you for doing that. And it didn't work out. You know, was COVID like just a wonderful thing? For some businesses, yes. For others, no. Right? But listen to me. Every adversity has the seeds of equal or greater opportunity. It's what got him into EXP is that. And there may be another opening. But let me tell you what. Start knocking walls down. Life is not fair. Number 2, you're entitled to nothing. Write that down. You're not entitled to health care. The young people, you're not entitled to an education. Listen, everyone's entitled to health care and education. That is not how America was founded. The only way you get those things that people are entitled is you tax people. And America had this thing called the Boston Tea Party because it just gets worse and worse and worse. And they go, you know what? We're done. We are bootstrapping, fighting, swearing, don't swear. But, kick, claw, scratch by the bare hands. Those Oklahoma Sooners found a home. Some of them left before the horn blew. Oh, those are the Sooners. They just couldn't stand it. They were so excited. And then went out and got land, and they took down pine trees, and they barn raised, and they built barns together. They worked together as a team. Because you know what? 1 + 1 isn't 2. It's 11. You get 11 times more. You want to go fast? Go alone. Be a sprinter. You want to go far? Let's go together. It's an ancient African proverb. That's what today is about. So here's the deal. Here's your fear. There's your dreams. And this right here is 10% of the world is this. Sadly, 90% of the world, this is their dreams. They've been beat back, kicked, sucker punched, right? The Big Short, the movie. Have you seen that? Wall Street creating things like, Just tell us what you make. Like what? Like $1 million? Oh, you make $1 million? Done. Okay, what home do you want? That's how people bought homes in 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It put us right off a cliff. And then, oh, can't afford that? Let's get you a 5-year adjustable. Look at the keep appreciate, it'll be fine. You can refi it, except for it went the other way. You couldn't, everyone lost their homes. And The Big Short cost people, I know guys living in Los Lagos that owned 280 apartments outright in Florida. And then they moved them into 600 apartments in Colorado. Then the value dropped and people quit paying rents. And they now rent an apartment and drive a beat-up old Mercedes, and they don't live in their 6,000 square foot home in Los Angeles. Was that fair? Again, number one, life is not fair. Number two, you're entitled to nothing. And number three, nobody is coming to rescue you. I will fight for you. Steve Hillier, Rich Hendrickson, Gary Meek, Jennifer, Clark, Don, different people in this room, they will fight for you. You want it? There's a saying, rescue those swimming towards the boat. How about this one? Your actions speak so loud I can hardly hear what you're saying. See, I heard this stuff at 19 and I responded. And they said you had to get radical. And I heard about these guys who formed this thing called the Del Taco Club. 3 guys, Dave, Roger, and Clark. And they met, and they met, and they met, and they met, and they all just did really well. And yet you can't unbecome what you are. Try to get on a bike and fall. You can't do it. If you know the basics of ping pong and then try to miss, you'll miss sometimes. You know, golf, fishing, whatever, hunting. You know, I mean, like, what's the concept of hunting ski? Once you learn it, it's in you. You can't unbecome what you are. You may be a little rusty, but Lan, I'm going to tell you what. You need to flip this thing. Dream, you know, now it's the dreams, and here's the fear. And this is why people freeze. They got small dreams, big fear. So remember I said you're 10 days away from having a radically different life? You're 10 days away. Tony Robbins, probably the foremost guy on personal development, he said something one time. It was powerful. Write this down. He says, everybody wants external success. Like we're in a 17,000 square foot cabin that myself and the other leaders leased here for you for 3 days because we wanted you to dream build. We wanted you to kind of light that pilot fire again, that you could have a cabin. Like, how many, have you been to the cabin above the cabin? I accidentally went in there. I'm like, where is everybody? I'm like, then I looked out the window. I'm like, oh, the big one's down there. This is just like the little one. I go, how many of you have been up there? You're like, I'll take the little one, right? The little one, that's good. It's a part of the dream. You don't have to have a jet or a mansion. That's what I'm talking about. But it's the dream to not be beat back. It's the dream to not have the financial pressure. It's the dream to take care of your parents and have your parents retire and pay off their home. This is a real thing, but it takes real action. And so Tony Robbins says this. He says, everybody wants that external success, but it begins with what? Internal success. So what books are you reading? What rooms are you in? Now, I'm preaching to the choir. You guys are here. But some people are watching this. They'll watch this in 5 years. It's 2022. It's August. What's the date? 4th? August 5th. Guess what? Some of you, it's 2026. It's 4 years from now. And some people in this room will have actually listened. When I heard about the Del Taco Club at 19 as a child, and I was a dishwasher, that's what I thought I deserved. I can't be the waiter. Those smart kids. I'm not smart. I struggle in math and English. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I know I'm stupid. I'm a dishwasher. So you live in the home you expect to live in. You drive the car you expect to drive in. I expected to be a dishwasher, therefore I was a dishwasher. Some of you were waiters and waitresses. You expected to be. Some of you went on to run the doggone restaurant, and then you bought restaurants. But you got to change that level. The enemy is the enemy. It's that voice that says, who are you kidding? Maybe him, then not you. You think, well, Brent, you seem to be able to speak in people. That's because David Lindsay from Whitmire Ford in Chico 37 years ago hey, it's easy, man. Calm down. It's cool. I respect you. I see you're shaking. I was shaking so hard, a stranger had to reach forward, touch me on the arm and go, I'll listen to you. Because I overcame my fear. Another woman This woman, she was an interior designer. She was sitting there. She goes, come here. It's okay. There's some a-holes out there, right? She was, talk to me. What do you got? I was afraid, man. I get it that some of you are afraid, that your fears become so big and your dreams have become so small. But guess what? 10 days from now, you could be a different human being. Not only can your pilot light be lit, it could be just like, are you ready? Because I'm going to give it to you. So Tony Robbins says this: massive action creates results. Short-term pain, long-term gain. Get it over with. You can flat get it over with in 10 days. What do you mean? How would I get it over in 10 days? I'm going to share with you right now. But here's the deal. You got to be a doer, not a hearer. You got to be a doer, not a hearer. You cannot come here and listen and go home and not be a doer. Then you're just a hearer. And what's going to change? Nothing. Remember, nobody's coming to rescue you. Nobody's coming to make your mortgage payment or house payment. They might make it once or twice, a relative. But let me tell you, they're not going to feed your kids. They're not going to help you with an exit strategy. This is real if you want to get radical. And you're going to need to get extreme. And here's the cool thing. And in 10 days, extreme and radical will just be fun and normal. It's the little details that make a few men rich. Write that down. It's the small things done at the right time that make a few women rich. So it's your turn. Are you going to heed the call? It's simple, what I'm about to tell you, but not easy. And if it's simple, you can do it. If it's not easy, go caveman on me. Go cavewoman on me. So here it is. You need a breakthrough. You know you need a breakthrough. I'm always looking for breakthroughs, peak to peak. I'm always fighting for the next level, to change lives, not to make more money. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to make a commitment to become successful at number one, selling real estate. If that's how you make your living, you need to up your game right now in a big way. Write this down. The coming real estate market that we're coming into is going to discipline those people, those lenders, those real estate agents, those title reps. It's going to discipline the people that cannot discipline themselves. What does that mean? It means you better get on the suck it up bus. You better get off the thermostat, the thermometer going up and down. It's hot, it's cold. I'm up, I'm down. And you got to set that thing, and you got to be up when you're down. You need to work on what you focus on. Listen to me, what you focus on expands. If you focus on how your wife is just the worst, or your husband is just the worst, or your teenage son or daughter, man, they're doing this wrong, and doing this, what you focus on expands. And write this one down. It takes energy for a problem to live. Some of you are so anxiety-ridden right now. You have so much anxiety because you're thinking about what's not right, and you keep obsessing on it. You need to stop that. What do you got to do? You got to focus on this. Being grateful. Like, okay, I get it. This sucks. I'm not saying not to realize that they just repossessed your car, and you may have to go live on someone's house. When I turned 29, I went bankrupt. When I was 30, my gift, you give yourself a present for turning 30, 40, 50. My gift was moving into my brother's house with Kathy and Christina, who was 4, and Dylan, who was 2, and we moved into a bedroom of my brother's house. And I show property all the time. I'm like, oh my God, the closet's too small, and the room looks like this. And I go, it's your 13-year-old. Yeah, but the closet's small. I'm like, the whole bedroom for a family of 4 was maybe this big. And we had a queen-size bed and then 2 little toddler beds you get at Toys R Us or wherever, the toddler beds. So like you pull them out of the crib and like that's your bed. And there was one here and one here. There was nowhere to walk. And that's where a family of 4 lived. That's where the Gove family lived. Because I had hit rock bottom. And guess what? You can give up or say, oh no. And somebody in this room gave me a truck because I didn't have a car. It was Steve Hillier. He gave me a Chevy Silverado. And I didn't have a car. Why? Because I went out to dinner and the movies with another couple, and they repossessed my car while we were at the movies. And I called from a payphone and said, they've stole my car. And they, what's your name? Oh, yeah, they told us you'd be calling. They repossessed the car. That's what they do. I actually have experience with this. And I'd tell the other couple, my car's been repossessed, not stolen. Maybe we can have someone pick us up. It was embarrassing as a 30-year-old person. I'm not a 16-year-old with your parents needing to be picked up. So if it's been tough for you, I felt sorry for myself because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. Listen to me. Someone's got it harder than you. You got diabetes? Okay, deal with it. You got a heart condition? Deal with it. I mean, I'm just telling you what. I was with a guy yesterday. He's a pilot. He hadn't flown in a year, but he's flown hundreds of times. Got in a plane he wasn't well versed in. He goes, I got it. I shouldn't do this. But he didn't listen to that voice. And he took off. And he put it all the way down. Well, this particular plane, he had to go here. He didn't. He went like this and thought it was full throttle. And so it's going left and right. He's getting up 600 feet, but he needed more lift. And then the wind changed, and then it just fell. It would turn left and just fell right at 600 feet. He's looking at the earth, 500 feet, 400 feet. He's just doing everything he thinks he can do. He doesn't realize he's at half power. And he went straight into the earth, straight down. Broke 68 bones in his bodies. The doctor said he'd never live again. 15 doctors said you'll never walk again. The 16th said, not only will you walk, I could save your bones. He had like 28 broken bones in each leg. And he was walking with me. I hiked with that man. In Sundance, Utah, you say, I hiked with him. Now there were 25 of us, and he was the slowest one, but I hung back. No man left behind. And I enjoyed getting to know Calvin. I can't remember his last name, but I told him, Calvin Coolidge. Calvin, I'm going to remember your name. He owns 6 snooze franchises. They're beds in Arizona, and it's something like Snooze Rest, and they wear silk satin pajamas, and there he was in his satin pajamas. He owns 6 franchises.